Welcome back to another edition of Wicked Critics. I'm Cory Martin, sitting here with Christian Robinson and Quinten Stewart. Uncharted just came out today, guys. Get to the movie theaters. Go out and see it.
Facts.
We're going to be talking about it today.
Yep.
We're going to break it down real quick, 1 minute each.
No spoilers.
Guy. No spoilers. Yeah, spoiler-free review. I'm going to leave it off to Quinten right now on his 1 to 2 minute talk.
Okay, guys. So I had moments with the film that I really enjoyed, and there were other moments throughout pretty much the whole second act of the film. I would say I felt really bored. Beginning and end, I mean, really were the parts that had the main action points, which is the parts I liked. Although the action felt very like Mummy, Pirates of the Caribbean, just as far as it was very unrealistic.
Caribbean.
Caribbean. Anyway, point being, overall, the movie, I personally, if I could go back, I wouldn't have paid to have seen it again. But overall, it was an okay movie. I was frankly a little disappointed by it. Christian, what'd you think, brother?
I thought it was pretty good. I don't know if it might just be because I haven't been back to the movies in a while, but because, I don't know, I used to go to the movies like every week, and it was easier. I feel like it was easier to critique movies back then. But now that because obviously the movie theater makes the movie 10 times better right off the bat. I thought it was good, though. It was good action. It was good. It was funny. Cast was good. All around, I think it was good. But, yeah, that's all.
For me, it's definitely an entertaining treasure hunt. You know, we didn't really get Indiana Jones we kind of had it when we were younger, but we don't have something like that today.
Yeah, but it was new.
I thought it was entertaining. It kept you kind of on the edge of your seat. There were some good turns in it, some bad turns. You're definitely going to be watching it thinking that you know what's going to happen, and you won't at some points. They kind of stopped doing that towards the climax, towards the end. But for me, it was entertaining. I wanted to see what happened at the end. I was waiting for the post-credit scene. So to me, guys, go check it out. Now we're about to jump into the spoilers. You guys know where it goes from here.
Yeah, if you haven't seen it yet, go ahead and dip on out of here and come back after you've seen it to hear our full thoughts.
Or if you don't really care, just stay and listen to it.
Yeah,
I mean, we're not going to give... I mean, listening to how it went down and then seeing it is totally different. So
absolutely. And we want you guys to form your own opinions on it and get back to us. But for right now, we're going to break it down. So Nathan Drake, Tom Holland. It was a role for him, for me, that I felt that was kind of like out of his boundary. You know, he's kind of stayed to this young kid age, and it looks like it in the movie. I mean, he looks young. I mean,
why do you think it was out of his boundaries?
Because I just think he's never really had he's had a role in A Devil, which is a Netflix movie, which is more serious. But this was kind of like he wasn't a kid Spider-Man, which is kind of hard for me to see that. He got a lot of banter back to Mark Wahlberg, which I thought was great. He got to throw in some punchlines, be a little bit more of a dick, standoffish in his role compared to what he has been in the past.
I disagree, though, because, I mean, the entire movie, Mark Wahlberg called him the kid.
Yeah, but
same way Tony did, same way Doctor Strange did.
Iron Man didn't need the kid. He needs
the
kid.
But I would say this is in his boundaries. He's playing some fucking funny kid who goes on a treasure hunt. I don't know. I thought it was similar to kind of like his Spider-Man role.
I feel like I kind of come from a different perspective as somebody who's played the Uncharted games. I was very dissatisfied with Tom Holland in the part. Not that Tom Holland did a bad part as far as acting goes, but he just didn't feel like Nathan Drake to me. Nathan Drake's more of like a harder Jack Sparrow. He's always got some improvisational way he'll get out of it. But
which Tom Holland did.
No, but wait, but Tom Holland's more so. This is more like the hero's journey, the beginning of his hero's journey versus Nathan Drake. The one that we've gotten in games has been full-scale Nathan Drake, and he's already fully formed. The other thing, Mark Wahlberg, for me, he was just okay in this. To me, it felt like it was just all right. I didn't like he didn't have a mustache. That's my biggest complaint about his performance.
You had to see the post-credit scene, man.
Spoiler, no. Yeah, obviously.
There is a mustache. There is.
Not in the actual movie.
Yes,
in
the actual movie, there is.
Not in the actual plot of the film. There's no mustache.
I didn't think he was really much of a treasure hunter either. It kind of, to me, he seemed like a guy who was just chasing the bag.
Yeah, 100%. And the other thing too, I really didn't like. They built Antonio Banderas villain up for the whole movie, and then I don't remember her name, but her name's Tati Gabrielle is the chick who plays her.
He's defeated.
He just gets his throat slit. We're spoiler now. So he just gets his throat slit. I mean, it just to me felt like we just wasted a lot of time in this movie.
Did that happen in the game?
So there were some references to the game that I saw. Sophia, for example, she's in the game.
She's big in the game.
She doesn't look anything like the girl that plays her, although the girl that plays her is beautiful. But yeah, it was close. It's like a kinda pulls some pieces from the game. For example, Nathan Drake's brother is a big plot point in one of the games.
Yeah, because spoilers again, in the post-credit scene, the ring that he gets from his brother is apparently connected to some other treasure. So I think it's gonna be heavily influenced on family next movie because.
Well, and they kind of said at the beginning that he's a descendant of Sir Francis Drake.
Yeah,
who is like some noble.
Is he a pirate?
That was alluded to in this movie. No, they said that actually.
Yeah,
they said that in
was,
the movie.
Yeah.
Said he was right.
So
we got pirate blood or something.
know. I mean, I feel like it's gonna be different than what they did in the games.
Who was your guys' favorite character in the whole movie?
Honestly, I thought it was the brother, which is also JJ from Outer Banks, Rudy Pankow.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It was nice to see him. As soon as I saw him on screen, it was like the Leo.
Yeah, I kind of got happy.
Well, it was a little weird though because they didn't show him in the trailer, right?
No, but I think that was the whole mystery of it because like everyone knew his brother. Was
yeah, but
honestly,
I think it could have been a really good marketing point because there's so many people that Outer Banks was the biggest show on Netflix. Every single kid was watching it. In the
but
US.
those are like C-list actors. I mean, I think he's a good
but
actor,
if you show his face in a trailer, kids are way more inclined to go watch it because they've seen Outer Banks.
There were two Netflix. Tati Gabrielle is also from Netflix. She's from You as well. So it's kind of interesting to see the Netflix people come over into the like mainstream.
Well, yeah, because Netflix. I mean, dude, Mark Wahlberg had a deal with Netflix when he did 22 Mile and he did. I want to say Spencer Confidential.
Yeah.
Oh, Spencer Confidential.
Yeah, fire.
Yeah. Okay, but now
I thought it was funny.
What? Now I kind of want to ask a question to the guys.
Yeah.
Favorite plot point. Well, what did you think? Where the plot was going good and then maybe it didn't live up to the expectations, or where a time where you didn't think too much of it and it was a really good scene?
Well, kind of like what I was saying about how in the middle they just drug it out. It felt like forever. Like I get it, they're looking for treasure. Like holy cow, you could have told me everything I needed to know in the whole middle of the movie in about 5 minutes, and I would have known what was going on at the end. Like be self-aware, at least with this type of movie. I feel like obviously they're flying. Spoiler: they're flying freaking pirate ships through the air with helicopters. Like it's obviously not a serious movie. Don't give me this short period this whole middle of the movie where it's like character stuff I don't care. Well, it's not. This isn't a movie that needs character development, honestly. Yeah. Like who Nathan Drake is if you know anything about Uncharted coming into this.
I didn't like how all the characters knew each other. I didn't like that at all. Like I didn't like how the antagonists were like friends with the protagonists at one point.
Yeah,
I thought that was a little odd. It made the movie like a lot smaller than it could have been. If all the people didn't know each other, it would have had more suspense, and I think it just would have been better. Like all the villains were connected to, like Mark Wahlberg. He's the #1 treasure hunter with Tom Holland. Yeah, and he used to work with the
Chloe. No,
not Chloe.
Well, it seemed like he's worked with
everybody.
The
short hair.
Well, I think he has. He's just a double-crossing guy.
Yeah, but I thought that was weird. I think it could have been cooler if they didn't know each other and they were just like trying to kill each other.
See, that wouldn't have worked just because like Sully's like in the games when Nate's older, like Sully's like his mentor basically. He's like an older guy.
And I felt that.
I guess from the video game perspective, but from a movie standpoint.
Yeah.
I mean, for him to leave the different corners, I felt like he got that from Sully. Yeah. Like he's starting to pick up on the game that he's playing now.
Yeah. Overall, though, from a video game to a movie, I think they did pretty damn good.
See, you didn't like the action. I thought it was really well. I think you could tell that Tom Holland did a lot of the stunts. You could tell all of them did it. Mark Wahlberg didn't really have many stunts.
The pirate ship fight scenes were really well choreographed.
You can tell he's doing most of it.
Some of it was. I'm not okay. Mm-hmm. It was very cool, but some of it I'm just like
taking
come on.
Yeah, like, obviously I'm the biggest oh come on guy. Like
there were just so many plot holes left and right. So they go into the treasure room and there's 2 massive pirate ships in there. They had to like pretty much crawl into that room. How the fuck did they get 2 massive pirate ships in the fucking room to begin with, bro?
It was a cave.
It was a cave, bro.
Yeah, but
exactly.
Still. Yeah. I didn't.
How did you get 2 pirate ships?
I'm sure the world looked different in 1600.
All I'm saying is there were a lot of things. There were a lot of things in the movie where I was like, really.
But you got to remember, this is a PlayStation. This is a video game movie. I mean,
which is why I'm not really.
This is the same company that does Mortal Kombat and stuff like that. Like I was fully expecting all of this going into it. It's not like it's hurting me because like. Even the scene in the helicopter, dude, like that's nuts. Like, and it didn't really take me away from it. It just felt like another hero movie. It didn't throw me off.
What part of the movie was Bryan Cranston in?
He wasn't.
He was rumored to be in
he was
it.
supposed to be Sully, I think. That was like first talk.
He would have been sick as Sully, honestly.
He might be too old now.
Yeah.
There's still a little bit of
Tom
action.
Holland being that young, But Sully.
How old is the Nathan Drake in the movie or in the video game?
He's like 35, probably.
35.
Yeah, he's like his prime. He's like prime.
Yeah,
Nathan
so this is
Drake.
So I don't understand. How is it connected?
It's really not. Like, I don't think so. Like, there were little. I'm saying they're like little pieces they pulled from the games. In
so
this
like
movie.
visually wise, did you see any like shots in the movie?
Like
that,
missions from the video game?
Pictures from the game.
Yeah.
Kind
Well,
of?
one thing that was just a little Easter egg. He's like digging through one of the treasure chests, and there's a Naughty Dog who makes the video games. There was a Naughty Dog logo on his like chest that he was digging through. I thought it was pretty cool.
It was really cool when he pulled up with Chloe and the original Nathan Drake who plays in the Uncharted game was there sitting.
Yes.
That was a cool little nod.
Yeah, he just says like the voiceover. Tom Holland.
Can you look up his name real quick for me? I'm sorry.
Okay.
But keep
Which
going.
was so weird. That was so weird that they just pulled up on a resort like that.
Yeah.
And they
yes,
didn't even
that's
talk about it.
Oh, dude, that was
What do you
another
mean?
problem I had.
Like when they literally just rolled up on the beach and was like, "Can I get a room?"
Me and Christian literally looked at each other.
He pickocketed Sully when they were in the car.
No,
The guy-
yeah, that's
I'm
not the
saying
problem.
Just
But me and Christian literally
the
looked
resort being there in the first place.
Well, that and
Yeah.
they're literally sitting on this thing and they're like looking around like
And then
they're
they're just like,
stranded, and then they
Oh
just
my God.
randomly stand
a
up and turn around
a
and they're
5-star
like,
hotel on a beach in the
and
middle
it's
of
just
nowhere.
like out of nowhere, bro. But by the way, the guy who played him in the games, his name was Nolan North. That's who cameos. He's
Okay.
when they walk up on the beach. But yeah. So what's our like overall rating? Give me a number,
So
guys.
let me just get one more point.
Sure, go ahead, Corey.
Okay, I just want to say this. My favorite scene for sure was the bartending scene. The first scene with Sully and Tom Holland. I thought the dialogue there was
That was a
like
good
setting
scene.
up the movie was great. I think the weakest point of the whole movie was when Antonio Banderas died. I have to agree. It kind of pulled you away. You knew that there's no real threat.
Yeah.
And the villain that was taken over really did nothing. Just somehow had a shit ton of money.
Can we talk about Tom Holland's bartending skills? Like,
Yeah,
so
fire.
fire.
I mean, as a
for
bartender,
real.
I was
Yeah,
super
Corey's been a
impressed.
bartender
I'm
for
doing
like
all
5
that.
years now.
I'm about to-
He
I'm about to
cannot
start-
do
I'm about to start
anything
learning.
like what Tom Holland
Dude,
just
I've been
did.
a bartender for like a year, man.
Tom Holland was probably a bartender for a week.
He probably didn't do that, dude.
What do you mean he didn't do
you know
it,
what?
dude?
You know what?
He
Stud
definitely
double for
did
the
it.
bar
Yeah,
scene?
You know what? You know what? I hear
It was
you.
his
I hear
face
you. I'm
going
at
like
work. I'm
this.
at work. I'm at
Yeah,
work.
we gotta work on that.
All right, Corey, what's your overall
If Tom
grade?
could do it in a month, you could do it.
Overall grade, I'm gonna give it a 7.8. I am a big
That's
fan
not bad.
of Mark Wahlberg and Tom Holland. I think they're both phenomenal actors. I thought the cast alongside them did a pretty good job. Couple weak points in the movie. A couple times I thought maybe they stretched out a scene, stretched out a shot just to get more screen time. Overall 7.8. My biggest negative on it is just how slow it was, but at the same time I was intrigued. I liked it to the very end, and I am ready for Uncharted 2. I will go see it. I will pay money to see it.
Yeah, I mean, I'll give it an 8 just because it exceeded my expectations. Like going into it, I didn't think it was going to be that great, but it turned out like all right. The plot, the movie flowed. The cast was good. They worked well together. It was a good movie.
Yeah, for sure.
For me, the movie got a 6.5. I frankly, if I could go back, I wouldn't have spent money on it again.
What did you expect going into it,
what is
dude?
your
Did you
biggest knock
expect
on it?
like
It's a
Dark
video
Knight?
game movie? Yeah.
So, well, no. So I felt like the movie had basically an identity crisis issue. It went from kind of like mummy action, like if you guys have seen The Mummy with Brendan Fraser, it goes from like mummy type Pirates of the Caribbean type action to we're gonna have serious plot like we're Indiana Jones. The two things can't fit together. Serious plot.
What serious plot did you see in it?
The whole middle of the movie where they're like trying to actually treasure hunt. That felt very like Indiana Jones. They also
And I thought those were good scenes.
And the other thing that was really cool too, like the map where they were flying with the plane, that was a big Indiana Jones reference. They do that in the Indiana Jones movies.
Look at maps.
Where the planes
but you're
flying
giving it a
across the
positive
map.
for that.
Oh,
You're
okay.
giving it a positive. For
No,
that.
I'm not. I'm
not?
saying if you guys will just let me
right,
finish. What I'm saying is that it had an identity crisis issue because it went from being super serious in the middle, Indiana Jones vibes, or treasure hunters, from where you got pirates ships flying in midair, not serious, not realistic at all. So you got to pick one. And I felt like the movie never found its actual lane throughout the whole thing. Not that any of the acting was necessarily bad. Again, it's a 6.5 for me. So our wicked rating for the movie is going to be
Jesus. This
Honestly,
guy's-
I disagree with everything you just said.
I do too, man.
I really do.
I kind of like.
I thought it was okay.
I thought the scenes where Mark Wahlberg wasn't there and it was just Tom Holland with the girl kind of gave you like where Tom Holland's head. I like those scenes.
Yeah,
don't
I mean,
have a problem with them at
obviously,
all.
every treasure hunter movie is gonna
Yeah,
have
you're gonna have
some
40 minutes
underlying
of-
connection.
Yeah.
Like you can't do it without like map searching or going across the world. Like you
Yeah.
can't hide that.
Yeah.
Well, I guess
sure.
we'll just have to disagree. I just felt like they stuck with that section of the movie for a long time when I felt like the movie was mostly supposed to be action based. But our Wicked rating overall was a 7.4.
Wicked rating 7.4.
That's pretty good. Solid rating.
On the Wicked scale, that's Wicked.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Anything
pretty
over a 70 on our scale is Wicked.
Yeah,
Guys,
100%.
if you haven't seen Uncharted, go see it. Came out today. You have all weekend. Check out the pod after and drop your rating. Let us know
It's
what
worth
you
the
guys
watch.
think.
Tom Holland was good. Mark Wahlberg was good.
Yeah,
If you like either
absolutely.
of those actors, you'll like the movie.
All right, guys. Be sure to drop a like below and drop a comment. And
every subscription, I know it doesn't take that long, guys. Just hit the subscribe
Yeah, hit the
button.
subscribe.
That helps out
That
a
too,
long
that
way,
too.
man.
Run us up a little bit.
And guys, that's all. That's it for Uncharted. We are excited to do this first movie with you guys, and we're out.
We're out.